political symbolism, selective outrage, and the question of consistency, more Pnm propaganda, an editorial by Professor Wall Street. In Trinidad and Tobago's political theater, symbolism matters. Clothing, colors, and insignia are never just fabric, they are statements. Yet the current criticism by the People's National Movement, PNM, now led by Penelope Beckles, against Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar for wearing a UNC jersey during Carnival, exposes a deeper issue: political inconsistency bordering on hypocrisy. Carnival is cultural space. Parliament is constitutional space. If symbolism is acceptable in one arena for partisan identity, it cannot suddenly become offensive in another simply because the opposing party is involved. Here are 10 clear reasons why the criticism appears inconsistent. 1. The Balize is a political emblem. The Balize flower is the long-standing symbol of the PNM. Wearing a Balize tie in Parliament is not neutral attire. It is overt partisan symbolism within the nation's highest legislative chamber. If partisan symbolism is permissible in Parliament, it is difficult to argue that a party jersey at Carnival is inappropriate. 2. Parliament demands neutrality more than Carnival. Parliament is a formal state institution funded by taxpayers of all political persuasions. Carnival, by contrast, is a national cultural festival rooted in freedom of expression. If one were to argue for political neutrality, Parliament, not Carnival, would be the logical starting point. 3. Carnival is a space of cultural expression. Carnival has historically embraced political commentary, satire, and identity. Leaders participating in Jouvis and Mars are engaging in cultural solidarity, not legislative action. Wearing a UNC jersey on the road is fundamentally different from influencing state policy. 4. Selective standards undermine credibility. If the PNM sees no issue with its MPs wearing Balize ties while debating national matters, then objecting to a jersey at a cultural event suggests a selective application of standards. Consistency is the foundation of credible criticism. 5. Political branding is common across parties. All major political organizations globally use colors, symbols, and attire to reinforce brand identity. The United National Congress, UNC, is no exception. To criticize one party's branding while normalizing another's is disingenuous. 6. No breach of law or protocol occurred. There is no constitutional prohibition against the Prime Minister wearing party attire at Carnival. Similarly, there is no rule banning party symbol ties in Parliament. If neither act violates statute or standing orders, the outrage is political, not procedural. 7. Political leaders are also party leaders. Prime ministers and opposition leaders function in dual capacities: national office holders and party representatives. Public appearances will inevitably reflect that duality. To pretend otherwise ignores political reality. 8. Symbolism has long been used in Parliament. The use of subtle party identifiers in Parliament is not new. Ties, lapel pins, and color-coded attire have long served as quiet signals of affiliation. The Balize tie is no accident. It is intentional symbolism. 9. The public recognizes double standards. Citizens are politically literate. When they observe outrage directed at one side for behavior mirrored by the other, it reinforces perceptions of opportunism rather than principle. Public trust erodes when standards shift depending on who is in power. 10. Focus should be on governance, not wardrobe. Trinidad and Tobago faces substantive policy issues: economic stability, crime, education reform, and social cohesion. Political energy spent on clothing choices distracts from governance. Debating jerseys versus ties does not advance national development. In conclusion, political symbolism is not inherently problematic. What is problematic is selective indignation. If wearing a Balize tie in Parliament is acceptable political expression, then wearing a UNC jersey during Carnival cannot logically be framed as scandalous. The debate should not be about fabric, but about fairness, consistency, and substance. In politics, as in education and civic life, standards must apply evenly, or they lose moral force.